Well, if you have a young adult at home interested in a career in theater and you want to give them some practical experience, see it in action, well, the Milton Theatre has a program for them, and that is where Charlie Sokaitis comes in. He's hanging out at the Milton Theatre to explore their apprenticeship program. What's going on, Charlie?
Leah, we're here at the Milton Theatre. We've got some exciting stuff to talk about, and joining me today is Bella Myers. Bella, you are going to be telling us all about the student apprenticeship program, or you can probably say it even better than I can, but really kids getting a chance to get involved in theater. And what does that mean for them? What does it mean for you guys here at the Milton Theatre?
Absolutely. So as the education director, one of the big things that I've been kind of spearheading here is creating a comprehensive program for our students. We have students of all ages, from elementary all the way to high school, and so I've been really focusing on getting a comprehensive studies program for them, and that's what the Student Apprenticeship Studies program is. It's for our older students to really get a taste of what theater is like in the real world and how we can give it to them. So there's 3 parts of the program, and each part kind of dips into a little bit of a different thing about theater to try and give them a look inside and outside to the real world on how they can get real world experience, community service, and resume credits for college applications.
So obviously part of this is on stage, the acting part of it, but it's not the only thing. You guys also have parts of this about, you know, the behind the scenes stuff. Why is it important to get all those different aspects of theater to these kids at a young age?
Absolutely. So theater is well, the program is comprehensive, but theater is a comprehensive art. And being able to do multiple things inside a theater business is what makes you a valuable performer and asset to any program. And so the studies program allows people to perform on stage in our student main stage program, but it allows them to also shadow real working professionals during a month. That way they learn really what it means to be a theater professional, what other things they may need to cultivate, and where they might end up in a theater program if it's not on stage.
Did you ever go through one of these programs growing up?
I didn't actually, and that was kind of one thing I thought about when building this program is what did I need as a theater student going into college? What did I wish I would have known, and what did I need a little more experience on or was blindsided by going into college? And so that was kind of the pillars of what I thought about when building the program.
So you're a part of the theater world, you obviously love theater, and now you've started this program. You were just talking about the things that you would have liked to have experienced yourself. Have you learned anything from the kids themselves about what it is they do need to understand what this is?
Absolutely. So I have a program called Student Arts Council. Took me a second there, all these acronyms. So Student Arts Council. And so it's a group of middle and high school age students that I invite into the theater most once a month, sometimes more often. And we talk about the things that they want, the things that they need, what they're experiencing and getting from my programs. And it's really a pulse point with that community for me. I get to hear from them on what they need, how they're feeling, how things succeeded or maybe need to be adjusted a little bit. And so I really enjoy hearing from them, from what they need and filling in those gaps for me, as well as like getting to involve myself with them at a more personal level. I love each and every one of my students, and they know I love them. And so getting to talk with them and more candidly and be more serious about business and teach them about that, but also to bring them into the inside world a little bit and have them be a part of how I create these programs is super important to me.
So for the kids that want to get involved, or the parents that want to get their kids involved, how do they sign up for this program?
Absolutely. If you go to our website, miltontheatre.com, and you go over to the Education tab, the first thing on there is going to be Student Apprenticeship Studies Program. If you click that tab, it's got a bunch of information on the program, as well as the full program application, which is the entire thing, and individual application programs if you're just interested in one of the 3 categories.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us. We're really excited about what you guys are doing here with the kids, with the program at the Milton Theatre. And now we're going to toss it back to Leah in studio.
But of course, we can't chat Milton Theatre without talking about the amazing performances and productions they put on. We're going to be headed back to the Milton Theatre to talk Jersey Boys when CoastLife gets back. Well, you know them and you love them. Hits like Walk Like a Man and Sherry are all from Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. And if you've ever been curious about the story behind the group, well, that's where Jersey Boys comes in. It's a fantastic musical and a fantastic production being put on by our friends at the Milton Theatre. Charlie Sokaitis is there now getting the inside scoop on Jersey Boys. What's going on, Charlie?
Leo, we're back here at the Milton Theatre. We're back here with Bella Myers, and we're going to talk about Jersey Boys, the big production here in just a minute. But first, you wear a lot of hats here. We were talking education in our last segment. For this production, you're doing some of the costuming. How did you get into costuming, and what for this production does that entail?
Yeah, so I actually work costuming with my coworker, JC. She actually is our developmental director, but everybody wears different hats, as you said. So I did a little bit of costuming and makeup design in college. It was part of my liberal arts education. It's why I'm so gung-ho on getting everybody to learn different things in the education department, because it makes you a more well-rounded person and better asset. And so I did it a couple times in college, and I mean, what girl doesn't enjoy clothes? Like, it's so fun. And so when I came back here, it was one of the things I listed on my resume. And so they pushed me right into it. And Jersey Boys is such an iconic show, and dealing with a show that's about real people who had iconic looks, those are kind of the things that you focus on, the, you know, red sherry jackets or the shiny gold blazers. Those kind of things are these focal points for the characters. And in the show, we really wanted to make those moments happen, even though it's a very fast-paced show with not a lot of time to change clothes. We wanted to make sure we hit those big moments.
So for the play itself, for those that maybe don't know a lot about it, what should get people excited? Why should they want to come in and check out this specific play?
Absolutely. So Jersey Boys is the story of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. So if you've heard any of that music, that's what's going to be playing on the stage. And we've got a live band for it and some excellent, excellent actors from all over the country coming to sing and perform for us. But it's the story of how that band came to be, the story of Frankie Valli's life and everybody else in the band. And so it's this really heartfelt and inside look at the people who make up the band as well as the music. And so it's this comprehensive story that takes you through all these different points in the timeline and in the period to give you that story with that music.
And when does this start? What sort of experience should people expect? I'm guessing lots of great singing.
Oh, absolutely. The music is just incredible. We've already been snapping our fingers while putting everything together. But so the cast will move in early February and we'll produce it for 2 weeks, but the show will open on February 13th and will run for 4 weekends until March 9th. So be sure to get your tickets soon, because we're already at a low ticket alert, believe it or not. The seats are going faster than we can put them out there. And so we'll have the cast for 2 weeks. They'll come in here and we'll build it all up. We have a set coming in and gets built for us. And then February 13th, it'll be showtime.
And that all goes quick, right? Like being in the theater world, you got to learn what you're doing quick. You got to build everything up quick. You got to get the outfits set quick. So, what kind of rush is it during that, say, 2-week period?
Yeah, so it's actually 11 days of work with 1 break day. And so we come in and we expect the actors to know pretty much all of their script and music by the time they come in, and they're really, really excellent about it. And so we come in and we have our first table read while the whole staff is there with the cast, and we all kind of meet up and read through the script for the first time, and then we hit the ground running. And so for those 11 days, they're working, and they're learning, and their choreography is going, their music rehearsals are going, and then on that Thursday we open. The Wednesday before we open as well, we have a preview for our tech week. It's a invited dress rehearsal for students in the community to come and see a show, and they can do that for free. And so that Wednesday night is actually our first show, even though we don't really open until Thursday. But it is a mad dash, but we kind of, as we like to say here, we want to step back and see the person you're working with, to look them in the eye and to acknowledge them. And so even though we're rushing and we're rushing and we're rushing, with everybody here that's so talented and so dedicated, we really focus on taking that moment to just appreciate that person and appreciate the art that we're creating.
Well, it sounds extremely exciting. I can't wait to see the play. If you're trying to see the play, as she said, get those tickets early. And right now we're going to take a break, but don't go anywhere for too long. CoastLife is coming right back.